Does it pay off to live in the Napa Valley? Sometimes we just get these gems, those wines that are quite memorable and hard to come across. So our good longtime friend, Brian Coolidge, Sommelier and now vintner and working with a few wineries, brought this in front of us for lunch where we had a lavish amount of steaks. And he brought this, he was sharing it with us, and wow, we were quite impressed.
Sounds like a nice Napa Valley lunch, huh? Big Cabernet and
As
steak.
it should be, civilized.
Every now and again, you just have to do it. So yeah, we've known Brian professionally and as friends for years, and really, you know, if he stands behind a wine, I think
we're all about it.
We're all about it.
This
so,
is an iconic vintage.
Okay.
This is obviously 2018. Napa at its best is starting to shed the baby fat and showing a lot of depth, richness, thickness. Look at this color. This is the 2018 Rewa Cabernet Sauvignon from Coombsville. This comes from the Farella Vineyard, which is one of the Grand Cru vineyards in the valley, I would certainly say. Up there with like some of the Beckstoffer lots like Tokalon and such. But on the cooler side, one of the newer AVAs. This is made by two superstars in the wine world.
Oh,
they carry a lot of weight.
Tell.
In the vineyard, starting in the soil, you have Mike Wolf, who's behind, you name it, right? Abreu,
Vine Hill Ranch.
Yes, Vine Hill Ranch. A long list, right? And then the winemaking side. Once the wine comes, the grapes come perfectly into the winery. Celia Welch.
Wow.
Tell us about Celia Welch.
Well, Celia Welch, definitely a force in the valley behind Scarecrow. Laz. She has her own wines as well. One of the decorated winemakers of the valley. I can't wait to taste it.
Lovely example. Lush, power, like the velvet. Oh, my mouth's watering. Velvet fizz. Juicy yet restrained. A lot of elegance. This you're talking about being picked up in a Bentley with a driver kind of elegance. This is lovely. Lush. Oh my God.
It's got that undercurrent of minerality though that really kind of brings you back to the soil that I love. And it around all that lushness, really it's still very refreshing and bright on the palate. It really has a lot of lift and elegance. I think this is a beautiful bottle of wine. I'm so excited to be able to taste it now, and I think 5 years from now it's just going to be better and better and better.
Keep telling a story. I mean, Celia Welch is no surprise. She's a master. Her mastery comes into like softening the tannins, but not sacrificing flavor, tension, intensity, and complexity. This wine, I mean, amazing on its own. I don't think it needs much of a steak, which would be a natural thing. But you did mention the other day a risotto with Cabernet, and it really rocked my world when you made that. Like matsutake mushrooms,
little butternut squash flavor in there, and some sage, and kind of like we're getting into that fall season.
Sets
a little bit of pancetta, if you need it. But really kind of hitting that like sweet and savory and salty, all in umami, all in one. I think, which goes beautifully with Napa Cabernet.
What a lovely wine! Super thrilled to have this, and we're gonna get as much as we can. Cheers.